Have you ever wondered, can a regular Singaporean really become financially free? Without a high income, without rich parents, and without striking Toto? Well, let me tell you the incredible true story of one man who actually did it. He didn't drive a flashy car. He didn't flip condos. He didn't chase hype. He simply saved, invested wisely, and built steady cash flow. His name? AK71SG, a humble Singapore blogger who turned frugal living into full-blown financial freedom. He started with just $300 a month in spending money. And today, he's earning over $200,000 a year in dividends and retired before age 45. In this video, you'll learn how he started from humble beginnings, what stocks helped him retire early, yes, the 3 big Singapore banks, and the simple investing principles that helped him become cash flow rich. All information shared in this video is extracted from AK71's blog and YouTube videos, publicly available for anyone to read and learn from. So stick around till the end, because this isn't just AK's story. It could be your story too. And hey, if you want more real stories and real strategies to build your wealth right here in Singapore, smash that like button, subscribe to Wealth for You, and let's get started. Chapter 1. Humble Beginnings and Frugal Lifestyle. AK71SG's journey didn't begin with wealth. In fact, it began with worry. When he was a teenager, his family nearly went bankrupt. Money was tight. Tensions were high. And for several years, young AK slept in the living room of their HDB flat. No personal space, no privacy. Just a makeshift bed in the middle of the home. But through all the stress and uncertainty, his parents did their best to create some sense of normalcy. AK would later write, "Living with the constant threat of losing what little we had was stressful, but my parents tried their best to give us a normal life." That experience left a deep mark and shaped how he approached money for the rest of his life. When AK entered the workforce, he didn't rush to upgrade his lifestyle. Instead, he made an unusual decision. He gave himself just $300 a month in pocket money. $300. That was it. No flashy meals, no weekend getaways, just the bare essentials. And the rest of his salary? Saved? Invested, month after month. One of his earliest stock picks? ST Engineering, which he bought at just $1.55 per share. No hype, no get-rich-quick dreams. Just a solid, boring, reliable company. The kind of investment most people overlook. But AK wasn't trying to look rich. He was laying the foundation for a future where he wouldn't have to worry about money ever again. Chapter 2. Building Wealth Through Dividends. Fast forward to today, and AK71SG isn't just doing okay, he's thriving. After years of disciplined saving and investing, he's raked in over $1 million in dividends over the years. Not from flipping properties, not from chasing crypto, but from good old-fashioned cash-paying stocks. In 2024 alone, his passive income clocked in at a whopping $234,439. That's more than what some full-time working professionals make in a year. And he's retired. So what powered this impressive income? Well, the MVPs of his portfolio are none other than our 3 national champions, DBS, OCBC, and UOB. These local banks now make up 45% of his investment portfolio, and in 2024, they truly did all the heavy lifting. While some of his other investments like IREIT Global and CLCT stumbled a little, the banks kept the dividend engine running strong, reliable, consistent, and generous. Chapter 3. Investment Principles That Worked. So how exactly did AK71SG go from a teenager sleeping in the living room to a millionaire retiree living off dividends? It wasn't luck, it wasn't timing the market, and it definitely wasn't some insider tip. It was just good, old-fashioned coffee shop wisdom, served with a side of discipline. First, he spent less than he earned. And we're not talking about minor belt tightening here. This was next-level frugality. Remember, he lived on $300 a month during his early working years. The rest? He saved it. Consistently. Not when bonuses came in. Not just during good months, but every single month. Then he did something simple, but powerful. He invested in businesses he understood. Nothing fancy. No chasing the next hot stock. Just solid names like ST Engineering and later the three big Singapore banks. No meme stocks. No crypto FOMO. Just companies with real revenue, strong balance sheets, and the ability to pay dividends year after year. More importantly, AK focused on something most people overlook: cash flow. He wasn't obsessed with being asset-rich or flexing his net worth. What mattered to him was income. Reliable, recurring income. And today, that income, those dividends, are his monthly allowance. And finally, he played the one card that beats most others in investing: patience. AK didn't get rich in one market cycle. It took him decades of disciplined saving, reinvesting his dividends, and holding strong through every crisis, from the global financial crisis to the COVID crash. No drama, no shortcuts, just long-term thinking and quiet compounding. In a world that tells you to hustle harder and buy faster, AK's story is a powerful reminder. Sometimes, the smartest thing you can do is keep it simple, stay consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting. Chapter 4. Lessons for the rest of us. So what can we, ordinary Singaporeans, take away from AK71SG's journey? Because let's face it, most of us aren't investment bankers. We don't have massive salaries. And we're definitely not born with silver spoons or million-dollar trust funds. But here's the thing. You don't need a six-figure salary. You don't need a finance degree. And you most certainly don't need to time the market. What you do need: 1. A savings habit. Even if you're starting small, consistency adds up. 2. A long-term mindset. Because compounding doesn't work overnight. It needs time, like coffee needs to brew. 3. The discipline to live below your means, skip the unnecessary upgrades, don't try to impress anyone, and keep your lifestyle humble. And finally, the courage to invest for income, not ego. Because flashy trades and quick gains might look exciting on TikTok, but dividends pay your bills quietly, month after month, year after year. AK didn't aim to be rich to show off. He aimed to be cash flow rich so he could live life on his own terms. That's the real goal, right? Not just to retire early, but to retire peacefully, with money flowing in even while you sleep. And that's what makes AK's story so powerful. He's not a guru. He's not a millionaire influencer. He's a regular Singaporean who started with very little and ended up with a lot. Not because he took big risks, but because he stayed the course. So maybe, just maybe, if AK can do it, so can you. Final thoughts. AK doesn't call his journey a rags-to-riches story. He calls it the story of a regular guy who just wanted the option to work, not the need to work. Today he's retired. His portfolio works harder than he does. And best of all, he's still blogging, still sharing, and still helping others learn. As AK himself says, if I can do it, so can you. So maybe it's time to stop chasing the next big hype and start focusing on what really matters: building cash flow. Because in the end, don't just be rich. Be cash flow rich. If this story inspired you, give it a thumbs up and share it with that one friend who's always broke after payday. And remember, your journey to financial freedom could start with just $300 a month. Just ask AK. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more real stories from Wealth for You. Until next time, stay frugal, stay curious, and stay cash flow rich.